This Monday's video is called You Will Fail Your Way to Success. The video discusses the fact that failing will happen on your way to achieving your goal of success. In whatever arena you're in, realize that success, it always begins with mistakes and failed attempts. But those failings result in achieving your goal as long as you do not quit or give up along the journey. Be prepared to navigate the challenges of failed attempts to achieve that success. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the bell for further notifications of new content. Thank you again for believing in yourself. Transform your grief into fuel for progress and growth. Remember that success is birthed out of all the attempts that you make. When you fail at something, you are getting closer to actually succeeding. I know it sounds crazy, but failing at something is like practice. It means you're getting closer and you're getting closer. Now, on the other hand, if you make the decision to quit, I allow all the powers that be to tell me that I was never going to make it happen. I was always going to be a failure. I couldn't make anything a reality. When you listen to those voices, then you can allow yourself to not make your dream happen. Understand that you have something in your head and you want to bring it into reality. The first step and the easiest step is thinking about that particular goal. The next steps, they're not easy because those next steps mean that you have to understand the challenges that come with the attempts at achieving your goal. You have to understand the heartache, the difficulty, the grief you're going to go through. Because in order to make something happen, you are going to have to go through all those difficult periods. But on the other side of that, you'll be able to look and say, I endured all those things, and those things brought me here. I now am looking at my product, whether it's a physical product or whether it's some type of intellectual property. You made it happen. And because you made it happen, you now can sit back and look at your good work and realize something. Each and every failing attempt that you made got you closer to success. It taught you something. Shifting your perspective on failing will allow you to see the lessons you've learned. The entire time that you were bringing this particular goal that you had that was in your head into reality, you were learning all along the way. And every time you failed but got back up, what you learned is that you're a lot stronger than you thought you were. You were able to endure a lot more than you even believed you could. You have to understand that you want your goal to be incredible. You can't think about doing something on a small scale, and that's why your attempts have to be magnificent. It has to be so big that it scares the living heck out of you. Because if it scares you, but you're still willing to stand up, face it, and move forward, you are coming closer to becoming successful at achieving that goal. There are a lot of people that have done one or two things. Either their goal was so small that it didn't take much for them to be successful, or they've just decided that it was too hard. The road to success is riddled with attempts and failing. But the person that decides to get back up, to do it again, to keep going, what they've done is they have shifted their thought to believe that I can do this. I'm going to keep going. Even though everything and everyone is telling me that I can't make it happen. Honestly, who cares? Because if they're telling you that you can't make it happen, 9 times out of 10, They had a dream that they didn't make happen. And because they didn't make their dream happen, they're quick to tell you that your dream will not happen. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to that voice in your head, because that voice in your head has no problem telling you to do everything you need to do to quit, because your mind wants to be comfortable again. And you are fighting your mind when you keep moving forward. Your mind is going to pair itself with the grief you're dealing with. It's going to become best friends with the grief, because the grief wants you to quit. And it's going to tell the mind, do everything you possibly can to get that person to quit. We need to work together. That's why you have to ignore that inner voice. And like I said before, you have to ignore the outside voice, because the chances are that they didn't realize their dreams. They'll be very quick to tell you that you will not realize yours. Stick to your guns. Understand that failing is only getting me closer to success. I am progressing each time I fail and decide to get back up and do it again. I'm moving closer towards my goal. You must see this, because if you don't, you will end up with a mentality of I shoulda, I coulda, I woulda if. And that just amounts to regret. Bronnie Ware, she wrote the top 5 regrets of dying. And one of those regrets are the fact that a person didn't do what they wanted to do. We do all have the ability. We don't all have the desire. For whatever reason, some people just believe that they cannot endure. You have to tell yourself that I may have failed here, but that's okay. I'm going to get back up, dust myself off, and I'm going to keep on moving. Because I know that every step I take is getting me closer to progressing to my goal. And every time I fail, every failed attempt amounts to me getting closer to success. I may fail 10 times. I may fail 100. I may fail 500 times. But at some point, I'm going to make it happen. Keep telling yourself, I'm going to move forward no matter what. I'm going to shift my mind to understanding that failing is tantamount to success. Thank you for watching this Monday's video about failing your way to success. Hopefully, it helps to encourage you to stay on your path and continue to move forward, no matter what happens. Remember to subscribe to the J. Lewis 3 Grief Empowerment Theory channel. Like this video and hit the bell for further notifications. Transform your grief into power and allow it to become your fuel for progress and growth. Stay moving and keep on fighting.